What's up everyone, and welcome back to another video. Today, I'll be comparing the difference between management consulting versus investment banking. I'll be breaking down the differences in what they do, salary structure, exit options, and more. So be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to help out the channel. Comparing business professions, many initially think about management consulting at a big 4 or top 3 and investment banking for boutique or elite firms. More on both later in this video. But it's important to understand what each profession does and how you can pursue a career in either of these fields as a college graduate. Please note that this video will be geared toward college students or recent graduates and not for those at a mid-career level. With that being said, the content in this video will go back and forth and give an overview of both professions. So let's get into investment banking first. Investment banking deals more with financial processes by completing valuations for their clients interested in mergers, acquisitions, and sales. Usually, large banks like Goldman Sachs or JP Morgan hire investment bankers to manage projects for their clients in order to maximize efficiency by saving time and money. IB can essentially be broken down into two segments: the buy side and the sell side. The sell side is responsible for underwriting security offerings, ultimately bringing them to market, whereas the buy side is responsible for buying securities and mutual funds. Investment bankers can also essentially function as financial advisors for their clients by determining their best options. Management consulting, on the other hand, is very broad and can serve as an umbrella term for the type of work that is being done. Consultants, like investment bankers, represent their clients and are involved in finding ways to improve business performance. A subset of management consulting is strategy work, where consultants look for short and long-term strategies to alleviate business or management issues. Like I've mentioned in other videos, saying that you're a consultant is broad because of the work and clientele you offer your services to. You can be responsible for business management and operations for a client, to software and technology implementation, all based on what the client requests. The main role consultants play is to provide efficient recommendations and methodologies within their work to maximize results. The difficulty in the work being done and the energy required per profession also varies and is important to mention. Investment bankers tend to work more on modeling in Excel and crunching numbers daily into formulas. Management consulting, on the other hand, has different cases depending on the client's work, which would require more analysis and problem solving. Regardless, they're both challenging professions, but being a management consultant can be more stimulating in the type of work that is being done. So now that we have a better understanding of management consulting and investment banking, it's important to look at the requirements for both professions coming out of college. In IB, there are more stringent requirements in comparison to MC. For example, certain elite firms only choose to hire from target schools and not every college or university. A very general rule of thumb is that by being in the top 20 or 25 schools in the nation will provide a better chance at getting hired. Again, this is very, very broad, and there are exceptions to this rule. When it comes to your major, investment banks prefer incoming graduates to come from business-oriented studies like business finance or economics. To receive internships or full-time offers, a high GPA is strongly recommended. Having above a 3.5 GPA really helps your chances, but most firms prefer their candidates to have higher GPAs than the minimum. Similar to the school you attend, your GPA also has variability, so please use this information as a fundamental breakdown. As if going to a prestigious school, maintaining a rigorous study, and having a high GPA weren't enough, the interview process is the most grueling and difficult part in becoming an investment banker. They're usually a hybrid of behavioral and technical interviews, ranging from different topics depending on the firm and the type of work that they specialize in. Management consulting, on the other hand, is slightly more welcoming, but also has high standards. Certain top firms like the MBB only select candidates from certain schools and don't even recruit elsewhere. This is even the case for MBA candidates wanting to go into consulting. Unlike IB, you have more variability and choice when it comes to your major in college because the work is more revolving around strategic thinking and problem solving, which could essentially come from various backgrounds, like being a history major or studying engineering, to being the traditional business major. Depending on the firm, your GPA is preferred to be above a 3.5, but again, there is more flexibility based on your major, experiences, and a number of other factors. Both professions provide lucrative careers for a recent college graduate without requiring specialty schooling like law or med school. Keep in mind the salaries I plan on sharing for both IB and MC are very general and fluctuate depending on your position, the firm, and location. The average entry-level salary for an investment banker starts at usually about $70,000 to $80,000 and can go up to $150,000 depending on their bonus structure. An entry-level consultant has a broader salary range of $65,000 to $95,000 and can have a total compensation of about $120,000 based on their bonuses. Although consultants have a slightly lower payout, they tend to have more healthcare and travel benefits in addition to having a bonus. It's important to mention that while both professions have a very strong entry-level salary, the number of hours they each work per week vary significantly. Entry-level bankers tend to work anywhere between 80 to 100 hours per week, whereas consultants hit 50 to 70 hours weekly. Assuming a banker works 90 hours per week and makes $130K, they're making less than consultants based on an income per hour ratio. So despite bankers making more money on paper, they're spending considerably more time working, so that's why they have higher salaries. Also, keep in mind that the average job has people working about 40 hours per week, whereas both consulting and investment banking is nearly twice this. So do keep this in mind if you are considering one of these professions. Both MC and IB require a lot of hours, which is why many tend to burn out or look for exit options. Many bankers leave after 2 years of working because of extreme working hours and not having a work-life balance, whereas consultants tend to leave after several years based on the consistent travel. If you'd like to learn more about consulting travel schedules, I'll be sure to link below another video where I go into this in greater depth. Investment bankers tend to have exit options limited to mainly finance positions, whereas management consultants tend to have more exit options by going into finance, working for the client, or joining a startup. What I want the takeaway of this video to be is that both investment banking and management consulting are great professions with incredible opportunities. There is no right career or one that is better than the other, and the ultimate decision comes down to what you're interested in. I hope this video shed light on both professions and what they have to offer, and if you're interested in learning more about consulting, feel free to check out the other videos on this channel that I upload regularly on Wednesdays. If you'd like to have more specialized guidance when it comes to consulting, visit my website ryanrafi.com to schedule a one-on-one appointment. Thanks, until next time.